What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, here we are at about 1.82 cents now, still consolidating in this range. We really haven't moved anywhere since Friday's close last week on the 22nd. It's the 28th now, a whole 6 days later. We've been here for about a week, not doing much, being boring, chilling. What left is there to do besides analyze the short-term time frame? So we're going to do that. We're going to analyze the short-term stuff. Looking at the 15-minute time frame here, we do have higher lows in the RSI right here, bouncing off the oversold zone, and you have lower lows here. That is a form of bullish divergence, but the 15-minute time frame that we're on right now, the current one, this 9 minutes, 23 seconds left, needs to close green. So by the time I'm done with this video, we should know. It's looking like it wants to. It does look like good formation here. Overall, the 15-minute time frame does look bearish. This kind of would make me expect that we go up here and then that we probably come down again. Maybe what we'll do is we'll form a slightly lower low than this, form some real bullish divergence, and then start moving up. So if we go a little bit lower after going higher, right? Let me say this first. If we go higher, it's like 1850, 1860, and then we move down to like 0018, something like that, or even a little bit below that, that might give us some bullish divergence and actually give us a base to bounce from, right? Something in line, whoops, that was not the best line. Something in line, come on, man, I can't draw a straight line to save my life. Something in line with these lows here, right? Maybe you go just below it, oh no, and you break through the line of truth, and then you go up. Something around this area, though. Maybe it's not at 1.8 cents, maybe it's not below 1.8 cents, but something above or just below, whatever. That's where I would expect we go probably toward the end of the day. So we'll move up over the coming hours by the time most of you watch this, and then move back down by the end of the day. If the 15-minute time frame does what I think it'll do, which is move up here, find resistance again, and then move back down. Now, if we see something different, if we see something like this, Bitcoin's a great example of this, actually. If we see something like this, where you're expecting to find support here, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and you do something different, maybe you'll break out. So if we do something different here, instead of rejecting down like this, right, every single time, if we do something different, maybe we'll break out to the upside. So watch for that, okay? That would prove me wrong if you're looking at the 15-minute time frame. Essentially, if we get up to this 1.85, 1.86 cent area, or yeah, that area there. If we get up to that zone there and we consolidate, we don't just hang out there for like 15 to 30 minutes and then pull back. I would think that we break out and move to the upside, okay? Looking at the 1 hour time frame here, we are at an area to find support. Clearly we are, but we can go a little bit lower and still be at this area of support. It's fine. Overall, aren't we in a diamond pattern? I think we are, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are. Overall, we've broken out of our diamond to the downside. Yes, that's what it is. So if I'm wrong and we actually go lower than even like 1.8, 1.7 cents, if we were to go lower, the diamond pattern, the measure move here would take us, what is that, all the way down to like 1.5 cents if I remember. I forget. Let me see. Where did you break out? Based off of this, you would have broken out. Did you break out yesterday? I feel like it's more obvious on the 4 hour time frame. Or is it obvious on the 1 hour time frame? Or am I just thinking of a different chart entirely? I'm pretty sure this was the one. It is on the 1 hour time frame. And we're looking at it like this. Higher lows, higher lows. So that would have been the breakout point, right? Symmetrical triangle there. Okay, so that diamonds, man, they're tricky sometimes. Back tested the breakout point. That should have been it. 1.7 cents is actually the measure move. Okay, so if we go down to 1.7 cents, we're fine. At the lowest, 1.7 cents, but I doubt that we do. Diamonds are notorious for breaking out at high velocity one direction and then ripping back the other direction, so it really wouldn't surprise me if that happened. 1 hour RSI is in an area to bounce, but looks like it wants to go lower. You probably do complete the thought and get into the oversold zone before you start moving up, which that implies lower prices as well. So I'm thinking that we go lower by the end of the day. 4 hour looks bearish. It does look bearish here. Probably going lower, probably going to see that oversold zone and get some bullish divergence forming, yeah. A little bit lower. And then right whenever we get below the zone, right as soon as you break away from this zone, that's where the low is, and that's where we'll find support. I don't think we get to 1.7 cents. but I am under the impression we'll go below 1.8 cents. Probably a little bit below 1.8 cents there. Daily time frame here, zooming out a little bit, it just becomes the same old song and dance that we've been singing and dancing to for the past week, right? We've been here for the last like 6 days now. The expectation is that any day, probably not today, but any day now, it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day, it could be the day after, any day now, we're going to be breaking out of this range. I am expecting a breakout by the end of the month. You know, we did expect that 5.5 cents was due by the end of the month, and it still is possible. It definitely is possible, but at this rate, I'm losing a little bit of faith in that. Nevertheless, I do think that we're going to break out at some point, even if we consolidate here for another week. Who knows? I don't care. Consolidate for another week, and then we can move up. Maybe it'll be tomorrow that we move up, but when we do move up, we're looking for 5.6 cents as the target area, and beyond that, of course, right? Somebody, I was talking to somebody last night on the Discord. I forget, it was XCN Berlin, was it? Or something. XCN, what was it? Who was it? Let me see here. Hold on. Let's see. XCN Bosnia. That's what it is. XCN Bosnia. It was saying he was saying that I'm his only hope for XCN. I don't know why, man. I shouldn't be your only hope. I appreciate it though. It's a kind words, kind compliments. But this thing looks bullish as hell, man. Like genuinely, it's bullish as hell. We're gonna go all the way up to 26 to 32 cents. And this part, you know, we normally don't do this part because I've gone over it so much, but I want to do this right now, just kind of in the inspiration of XCN Bosnia here. If we're looking at this on a weekly time frame, this is the XCN chart versus Bitcoin, okay? XCN versus Bitcoin. I'll explain it the same way, at least my theory of where we're going to go, the same way that I normally do. So where we stopped here for XCN versus Bitcoin, this is XCN priced in Bitcoin, not US dollars. It looks similar, but it's different, okay? OnyxCoin priced to Bitcoin stopped right here. And it's no coincidence that it stopped right here, because that was right at a prior area of support from Bitcoin, which became current resistance, okay? Absolutely, we've got some kind of a bull flag going on here, right? Absolutely, we're in a bull flag. Absolutely, we're going to see a breakout move that takes us up. If this is a bull flag, and it is, I very much strongly do believe that it is a bull flag. If I can take it right there. There we go. You put it at the base of the flag here, the measure move. That takes you all the way up here. Now, where is this? Coincidentally, not so coincidentally, it's right here at the base of this next consolidation area. Now, with bull flag measure moves, you can go a little bit above, you can go a little bit below. It's not like this line is a prophecy and it's an exact magnet area that we have to go to. We can go a little bit higher or a little bit lower. But let's say we go right to that line, right to that measure move, and we find resistance right here at the base, right here, just like we did last time. And to me, this isn't even the base. The base would be more like here. A little bit higher. But we'll shave it down just to be conservative, okay? Google calculator here. So OnyxCoin to Bitcoin, the price would be versus Bitcoin by the end of this endeavor, which we're expecting to happen by the end of June, early July, or middle July even at this point. We're expecting XCN to be worth 0.00000182537 Bitcoins, okay? So that's 5 zeros. 182357? Is that what it was? 182537. Why can't I do it now? 182537. Okay. I feel like the 7 was messing with me. Multiply that by what we expect Bitcoin's price to be, and I'm anticipating Bitcoin will be worth about $160,000 to $180,000 by the end of June, maybe even higher. So let's take under my expectations. Let's say Bitcoin's only at 140K by the end of June, early July. Let's say it's only there. $140,000 priced in Bitcoin, OnyxCoin. This should give us the price of OnyxCoin. That would give us a 25.5 cent price. Being conservative on the XCN to BTC pair, being conservative with the Bitcoin price as well of where I expect it to go, 25.5 cents makes pretty good sense to me, because 26 cents is our minimum, is our kind of lower end of the expectations in this zone that we're looking for, 26 to 32 cents. Now, if OnyxCoin goes where I think it will versus Bitcoin, which is a little bit higher, we go to 502. Let's just say 502. It's a little bit more than that, but let's just say 502 because I'm lazy and I don't want to type in extra numbers. 502, and let's say Bitcoin goes, it does go to 180,000, 190,000, 200,000, whatever by the end of June, early July. But let's say OnyxCoin tops off a little bit before. So maybe Bitcoin this time is at 160K. We're still not messing with the maximum potential as if OnyxCoin and Bitcoin top off at the exact same time. Because the odds are they probably don't, but maybe they do. 160K. 32 cents. Right there, right? Still being conservative. Still making sense out of this zone here, okay? And this bull flag here that we've got right here, this is good for a move all the way up to about 5.7 cents, right? Come on now. But once we get up there, we're above the 100. Technically, we are engaging now the primary target zone, the 1272 to the 1618. When you get above the 1618, when you get above 15.7 cents, you immediately gain access to this area here. So if 15.75 cents doesn't stop us, if we see days closing sizably above there, you know, something at like 18 cents, 20 cents, whatever, we're not stopping at any price until we see 26 to 32 cents. That's the expectation, okay? Typically, when you close above the golden ratio, you continue at least to here, if not higher. So, I don't know. I hope that all makes sense. A little bit lower to go, and then we'll start moving up. I got to clear my throat out, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.